Yo, yes, yo, you know what time to call me, Marvellous, aka Fikky Baddman thing, act like, I'm hanging out with the one and only. I don't know how to start this introduction, but hanging out with the one and only entrepreneurial maestro. Now, he was the co-founder of PTBO Canada.
That's right.
He was also the co-founder of,
Studio PTBO.
oh my God, he was also the co-founder of,
Oh, what else? Doing Cormore. I was one of the original community owners on Electric City FC Soccer Club.
oh my
All
God.
those things. Yeah.
He's been busy all his life. I'm like, when do you ever stop?
I don't. Just
You
when
don't.
just when I sleep. And when I try and sleep. And when do you stop, my man? Because
No, I don't stop.
you are wired like I am. You are
Yeah,
just
I'm-
wired to go.
Go.
And I love that. I'm attracted to people like
Man,
that.
thanks. And that's the reason why I married my wife.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping she will make me stop.
Yeah. Is she the polar opposite, like my wife? Like more
Yeah,
like
more calm, more
Yeah.
reserved. I just need somebody to help me, tone down the energy. Like,
I know.
right.
And I
Yes.
love that about you. So how I was drawn to you is on social media, and you and I think maybe 2 years ago, I'm like, man, that guy's got something. And then we started to kind of DM each other because we
Yeah.
have similar vibes.
Yeah.
And then we forged this friendship, and
Wow.
we talk all the time
Right.
about
And he's my mentor, okay?
manager.
Manager, mentor. And when I'm stumped, I'll be like, okay, I need someone to talk to. Okay, I'm doing stuff. I need someone to talk to, someone to, clear my head on ideas, stuff like that. And that's why, as a matter of fact, we have a lot to talk about. And the way it's going to go on today is not going to be like just me, enjoying the show. I'm going to do it in such a way that everyone watching the show is going to learn from it. Okay?
I hope so.
Sounds good?
Yeah, we're gonna
Sounds
drop
fair.
a lot of dimes here.
So before we start, I want to give a big shout out to Rebel Stoke. That's the place we're in right here. Now, for Rebel Stoke, you don't need to be the perfect man. You don't need to be the imperfect guy. Just come as you are and get the fresh taste of this wonderful coffee I'm drinking. Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, I love it here. It's like comfort food, and my friends Jeff and Jen Clark can run this, and it's just you come in here and you just feel the vibe and energy and pulse, and it just feels so homey,
Right,
right?
homie, I like.
Yeah, so I'm glad I can introduce you to this place
Sure,
today.
because when I came the first time, it was filled up with a lot of people. I'm like, if people could come here so much, there must be something about this place, and that's the reason why they're here. And guess what? That's the reason why we're here today, celebrating culture, celebrating traditions, celebrating Peterborough, talking about the lifestyle, a whole lot of stuff to keep your ears. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You gotta keep the ears crossed, right?
Well, you can make that up. Yeah.
Like,
Let's see.
doesn't work.
Hey, man.
All right, so let's start. First, I would like to ask this. Like, although you've given us an intro, I would like to say, who really is Neil Morton?
Ooh, hard-hitting question right away. Really, I'm just a community builder. I love people. I'm drawn to people and building relationships with like-minded people who really want to make a difference and have an impact in the lives of others and their community. And what that means for me is kindness, empathy, having fun like you do, shining a positive light on things.
Yep.
And really building, a movement of like-minded people to make a difference in your community, and you do that. And again, like recently, you put out an anthem, the Peterborough anthem. I'm like,
Yep.
man, that's awesome.
awesome.
And
Yo.
we need more of that. Like, yeah, that you're doing.
I like your wonderful sense of community. It's infectious.
Thank you.
Yeah, because being able to care for something that is just beyond you, it's not a natural human trait.
No.
But we build up to be selfish.
Yeah.
But being able to surpass that part of yourself, that is amazing. But so how did that start? Why did you decide to follow that path?
I think it's just the people that I've been drawn to. I kind of as you go, you kind of build a toolkit for like who you want to hang out with, who your like-minded people are, who the people are that really want to make a difference and shine a light on others. I get off on helping people.
Okay.
Like that makes me feel good. And I believe in karma, like what goes around comes around, and good karma And I don't know, I've just built that toolkit over time, and it is infectious. And you and I, again, we share that commonality. Like, I want to make a difference, and I want to inspire other people. You know, I think people, as like I gave you this book today, it's a book I wrote called What If You Could. A lot of people are taught that they can't do something in their life, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a default that they feel negative, or sometimes their friends and family say, you know, you can't start this venture, or you can't start this cafe. And it's a weird mindset. It's a mindset of scarcity, I would say.
Okay.
And where you and I, people like us, are coming from is a mindset of abundance. And that's what I'm attracted to, and that's what I want to foster and empower in other people.
Wow, that is amazing. Is it profitable to pursue this lifestyle that you pursue? What would you say about it?
Wow. What a great question.
Yeah.
Depends on your definition of profitable. A lot of my definition of profitable comes back to what's in my mind,
Okay.
and like, do I profit in my mind? Is it good for my mental health, right? Like,
Okay.
is it good, and do I feed off that? And I do believe that leads to opportunity. So I call it relationship building or relationship capital. So the more like-minded people you get to know, who are positive, who want to make a difference, want to innovate, want to support entrepreneurship, want to support community, it leads to being able to put the right pieces together, the right ingredients together, to start something you want to do and foster that. So it's really comes again down to a mindset of abundance. And I do think it does eventually lead to financial gain, which you have to do at the end of the day, right? Like, you and I have talked about so much, and you call me like, Neil, I want to pick your brain. How am I doing with my personal brand? And
Yep.
and I want the best for you. Like, I want you to be able to shine a light like you're doing on other people with your fantastic storytelling. With me, I want you to monetize it. I want you to be able to do that for a living, because I know you want that for yourself, and I want that for you. And I
Okay.
think that comes around. And then part of that goal is connecting you with people that are in my ecosystem, right? That might be able to help
Help
you
me.
get there. So yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with the end game of wanting to profit from something. But I think it really has to start up here with your mindset, right? And not doing something just for the money, but doing something for the passion.
Okay, for the passion. Now, this brings me to this question. You started a couple of companies and you sold them eventually. Like, what was the plan? Why did you have to sell them eventually? Like,
Well, great question. I guess everyone's different that way, but for me, people call me a squirrel. I tend to get bored easily, so I like to sort of build things and then exit and then move on to the next thing. Because, as you obvious thing, but you only live once.
okay,
And I have a big, expansive bucket list that I want to check off. I want to do it all before I die. And I feel like also when it comes to building a company, and you should have an exit strategy, like, why would you want to take your business to the grave? And I feel like when I'm kind of getting stagnant and complacent, it's like time to move on and pass the torch to someone else who can breathe new life into it. So that's sort of always been, or it's become my motto over time.
okay,
After learning that, and it just makes sense to me, so I follow my instincts.
okay. So, just want to ask me, uh, do you think the companies are doing better when you were when you started it, or better when someone else had to handle it?
I think better in ways, different. I think, you bring your own ethos to a brand. It's like you're building your Instagram following and your brand, your Marvellous Momentz. Imagine if you were to hand it off to someone else. Is it exactly what you necessarily think it's not going to be exactly what it was, and I'm okay with that. Like, again, for me, I just want to see it live on, breathe, and sometimes it goes off into better directions, quite frankly, that weren't necessarily obvious to me. So no, I'm fine with that, and I always just live with that notion that it's not going to be what it was, because you put your own personal identity and take an ethos into something. So yeah, but I'm happy with that.
So it's more like you have the mindset that one, nothing lasts forever, or if you love something, you should let it go. Which one?
Uh, you love something, let it go to someone else, and let it hopefully live forever. I mean,
Which of the companies do you want to live forever?
what's that?
Which of all these companies you've started, which one would you like to live forever?
Probably, well, PTBO Canada, because it's really about storytelling and telling people's stories and shining a light on Peterborough. And I've kind of been accused of having rose-colored glasses about Peterborough, but I do think it's like it does come down to a mindset. Like, how do we want
To be seen.
Yeah.
Sorry for completing you there.
No, but we need to have a vision,
The vision,
for the city, and then we need to put it into action. And I think, again, I say when we're shitting on ourselves, like the city has problems like any other city, but look
Yep.
what we have here. We
Yeah.
have Peterborough Music Fest. We have Market Hall. We have the Canoe Museum. We have a beautiful, vibrant downtown. I'm wearing my borough hat today.
Yo.
Shout out to
respect.
DBIA for that. We have so many amenities here, and rivers and lakes, and I love to canoe, and so much greenery, and we've got East City, which is a vibrant little community, vibrant communities here. Revelstoke Cafe. There's so much culture and vibrancy here, and you bring that to life as well. So I feel like we need to spotlight that, amplify that, magnify that,
Makes sense.
and focus on that, and not just focus on
The
negative
negative
stuff.
part, yeah. That's I just want to throw some more light on that. He said it all. Like, so when I dropped the song Peterborough Stand Tall, and I do a lot of interviews of people talking about Peterborough, and I do get people coming around that, yo, no one is talking about the negative part of the city. I'm like, or the song I didn't talk about, like maybe in quote the draw part, which I kind of like talked about in a positive way. I'm like, there is no place, no one that is perfect. It's just all that matters is where you're shining the light on. If you keep shining the light on the negative part, everyone believes it's just a negative place. But if you shine the light on the positive part, you build on the positivity, it does get better.
I agree. Like for me, it comes down to people, and there's a psychology. If you look at the history of Peterborough, we've gone through really positive cycles and more negative cycles. But it's really fundamentally, it's the people that bring you out of that, right? Like the economy is always going to have its blips. There's always going to be these weird cycles. But it's the people here that come together and shine a positive light and find solutions, and they get together and they spotlight it on social media or at events, and they don't just focus on the problems. And again, I don't mind if people say, oh, this needs to be fixed in the city, but what I'm looking for is solutions. I need to hear solutions.
Yeah,
I don't like to
yeah.
just tell me what and I get that sometimes. Someone says, Neil, how can we fix this or that? And I'm like, I don't know, but let's get together maybe and workshop ideas, right?
Sure.
I want to hear a blueprint of action to fix this.
To fix
That's
it.
all. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because anything in my mind is fixable.
Fixable.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I like that.
And just to add to that, and you were touching on this, we are by no means immune to the problems that are happening right now in other municipalities and across this country. And I want to help people. I want to help the marginalized, and so do you. Like, I want to provide hope and a toolkit and a blueprint to give people out of the situations they're in, and mobilize and deploy. But that requires, again, a lot of action and vision, and intentionalizing that vision and getting together and finding, like, whether coalitions or little groups that get together and they do whiteboard sessions. It's finding a way out of something, right?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, sounds good. Now, I want to ask you this question. I think it's a big question. You've started a lot of businesses, so but what if your business model should be given a name? What would you call your business model?
Oh, business model. I guess really it comes to, for me, my business model has always been about storytelling and amplifying businesses and entrepreneurs and people do-gooders who are actually making a difference in the world. So my background is in journalism, so it is storytelling. It's like branding, marketing, communication, all those things. And I like to amplify voices and showcase so that other people can hear about places like Revelstoke Cafe. That's why I'm here today. We're filming a podcast here. Like, I want more people to come here. It's awesome. The owners are awesome community people, Jeff and Jen Clark. And so, yeah, every business I start, really the foundation, no matter what it is, it can be in all different sectors or verticals. It comes down to storytelling, really.
Sounds good.
And to that point, not never been about shaming people.
Okay.
It's never like, for me again, it's rose-colored glasses. It's for positivity. It's like, what are you doing to make your city a better place? Yeah.
Sounds good. So for everybody watching, I want you to give them 5 do's and or don'ts to be a successful entrepreneur.
Oh,
Yeah.
network.
It goes there. It goes there. It goes there.
Network. Can we make all 5 network? But I like Cody and I wrote this book. Cody, May, and I ran a marketing agency, StudioPTBO. What changed my life was going to events, and they said networking my ass off. And that, again, it's a hard thing to do if you're an introvert. I'm a little more of an extrovert, so I like going and, hey, what's your name? I want to hear your story. So it's not like going in for a hard sell. It's just relationship capital, I call it. So go to events, force yourself, go to events. The other ones, again, would come down to kindness, empathy, being nice, being compassionate. Having those things I am incredibly drawn to, and it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength to be like that. A lot of people mistake those things for weaknesses. They're not. Being nice and being kind and being empathetic doesn't mean you're not driven to succeed.
Okay.
It means you want to build a honey community or a honey empire, right? And I think that's the way to do it, as opposed to the other route that some people take, which is bullying and getting to the top in a cutthroat way. I'm not like that. So those are the big business ones: networking, kindness, empathy, building relationship capital. The don'ts are, don't be mean, don't burn bridges ever, don't talk badly about people, don't be a toxic person. It's no way. It's not good for you. It's not good for your friends, your colleagues. It's not good for your community. It's not a healthy thing for anyone. And quite frankly, you don't sleep well at night, like when you're like that. And that could manifest itself in so many ways on your your mental health. And it's not a good way to live. So I try and I would say reverse engineer how your mindset is every day. Yeah. Again, the mindset of abundance you need, or a mindset of scarcity. So it all comes down to that. And again, a lot of my ethos and that's why we called the book What If You Could. Again, so many people, they wake up in this negative space. They're like, I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't call this person. I can't DM this person to ask them for an interview. And I'm not like that. I'm like, always make the ask too. And always try and do something that you're told you can't do, and you'd be surprised. And Fikky, that's going to take a lot of no's, but I'm comfortable with that. To get to the yeses, you have to make the ask, right?
Sure.
Always. And I don't mind the no's. I'd rather have a yes or no than a gray area of nothing
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
True. I usually tell people about my story of having to, go to the same TV station a year later with the same pilot and got taken. The same pilot. Well, you gotta keep trying.
You do, and you hear that all the time about novelists that break out or this or that, and they've shopped it around to 100 different publishers or screenwriters, and they've sent it everywhere, but they don't give up. And then what it takes then is that one person picks something up, and they believe in you. The one person that believes in you, right? And you're starting to find that as you build your brand. You're finding people like me. I find like you believe in me. Like it's when you want that, it's a superpower, right?
Yeah,
it really is.
Yep, it really is. So switching, I got this. So, what did you learn from building PTBO Canada that shaped the way you approach business? Community today, yeah.
Great question. I would say spreading the wealth and bringing more people into my ecosystem. Like when you're an entrepreneur, you can really burn out quickly. But I learned early on, and it was a mentor of mine, Stu Harrison, who used to be the CEO of the Peterborough Chamber, that said to me, Neil, bring on other people, like as early on as you can, to spread the workload, and also to get other people invested in your business and what you're doing and in your success. And it becomes, it's just a motivation of bringing other people in, and they all support each other, they all push each other. So early on, when I didn't necessarily have a lot of money, when you're building a business from scratch, we brought some people on that really made a huge difference. Like PTBOCanada, Aaron Elliott, I hired early on in a freelance capacity, and he became a huge part of our brand. So I would say to Stu Harrison's from the chamber, spread the wealth, spread the wealth, spread the wealth. Don't just keep it all for yourself.
Community seems to be like the center of your business model. You target the community, and why is that so important to you? Firstly,
Well, for me, I love Peterborough, and I was raised here. I went to high school here. I met my wife here. I went to Trent University. Like this city that I'm so connected to, I believe in with such passion that I want to make it help make it the best city anywhere. So it's just in my blood to be a community builder, and again to build that ecosystem of like-minded people. To how can we flex more as a city? Okay, like how can we? And that's why again I'm drawn to people like you. Like you're amplifying what we're doing. So what gets me up in the morning really is that aspect of community building, and I want to set like a blueprint and inspire other municipalities as well. And I'm watching what other municipalities are doing in their own respects as far as innovation and entrepreneurship and politics, and seeing what this. So I'm observing, and I want to take the best of other municipalities and the best of what we're doing, and again build a toolkit and a blueprint to make us better. And we're at this weird moment right now in history. Again, you go through blips, and there's a lot of heavy stuff happening in the world right now, right?
True.
And I think as a community, though, like we can come together and galvanize and mobilize, and really feel like we are making a difference, and we're part of change, and we're trying to push ourselves forward in positive ways.
Okay, so where do you draw the line between family and community?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that. You might have to cut that one off.
Yeah. So I'll refrain. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're very active in the community, right? Does it affect life in your family in any way? Like is it that, or like as an entrepreneur you're out there working, trying to build yourself? How do you manage that and life at home?
It's not always easy, but I have such an amazing support system with my wife and kids, who know who I am and what I'm like, that they put up with me. No, but you're right. That can be difficult. You and I have talked about how to balance, your passions, which can lead you in directions that you're spending a lot of time on something, investing a lot of time, and you can't forget that the foundation is your family. That's the epicenter, right? You're quite right. So you got to come back to that. So I sort of know when to pick my times and pick my moments, and to just come home and decompress and relax and just live in the moment, and try to turn off the brain for a while, which isn't always easy.
Yeah.
I always say to people, and I think you would agree, I think you and I have talked about this, but the way our minds are, it's kind of a blessing and a curse to be wired like this, because you're always thinking about what can I be doing next? Next. And even like to the point of like sleeping, I'm like, I can't sleep because I'm
Something's
still going,
coming.
yeah.
You wake up early.
Yeah. So it's a blessing and a curse. For the most part, I've learned it to be a blessing. I've learned when to sort of, okay, chill time. It's time to turn it off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So,
I
listen to chill music or something.
Chill
or
music?
I don't know. Listen to a really boring podcast.
I was like going through Facebook and I was like, you've been married for 32 long years. So how's that journey for you?
Oh, awesome. So if you have that support system, and I think you've got that with your wife. I've been married 31 years to my wife Christy, and she's my best friend. So it's like she's my confidant, best friend. I run everything by her first. I ease her into things that I'm going to do beforehand. So I might be leaving this, or I might be starting this, and I start to see it when we're in incubate. She's just gotten used to me, and it's incredibly supportive, and that's huge asset, capital to have in your life, to have a supportive partner. So she's the foundation of everything I do, and when she supports, it's like when she's like, "Yeah, go, have at it." I'm like, "Oh." You just gotta get goosebumps, get that
energy.
Yeah.
So
So that's everything, to have those people around. And it's not everyone necessarily has a partner or a spouse, but you gotta have that inner circle
that
that feeds you and supports.
important.
Yeah.
All right. So do you consider yourself wealthy, rich, or successful?
Say again.
What do you consider yourself to be wealthy, rich, or successful?
Successful. Yeah. The money, I've never been in anything for the money. It's material things I don't get off on at all. I just get off on the success part seeing a business succeed, seeing it inspire other people. That my foundation is not tied at all to money. I mean, you need money to survive, but I'm not in it for that. I'm in it just to inspire, push myself, and motivate others.
So how did it feel when you got put into the Hall of Fame? How did that feel?
Which one? One of my high school, or the one of my business?
Both of them.
Well, the high school one was almost meant more to me because I was not a great student. I was a bit of a shit disturber. So at that point in my life, I definitely wasn't channeling myself properly. I hadn't figured it out yet, not even close. So I was kind of shocked when I ended up getting that honor bestowed on me at Adam Scott, and thank you so much for that. And I feel like it did give me a foundation. I just didn't know it at the time. I had great teachers there, but I was not channeling it properly. So I was a horrible student and person in many ways, but I fixed it. So that goes to show that anyone
can change.
Anyone can change. And the Business Hall of Fame, great honor again, like building companies, seeing like-minded people on that stage with me a couple of years ago, and great honor by Junior Achievement to bestow that on me as well.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. But I want to ask, how do you think I was when I was younger? Just asking you.
I think you would have been similar to me in some ways. I think you would have been very curious, very a little bit of a shit disturber, maybe. A little bit of a troublemaker. Like I feel like you are similar to me, and that you hadn't figured it out then, but I could be totally off base. You tell me.
All right, I'll tell you.
I know. I could tell you that you have been incredibly curious and exhausting for people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was curious. Yes. But I was curious, but I didn't quite disturb.
Okay.
You
didn't quite disturb?
No, I was.
Okay.
I was very into the.
Oh. Okay.
Into the books. I was very. I was.
Wow! Did I read you wrong?
I was very introvert.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
As a kid, I was very introvert. I was good with the grades. Disturb nobody. Very introvert. But I was always in my mind.
Oh.
My dad would call me inquiring mind. I was always thinking. ideas, and I just walk and I just talk about the ideas as I walk, like tree.
So when did you come out of your shell? Like, what was there a defining moment, or did
I
this
don't know.
happen sort of
So
organically?
as I grew, as I got to like senior high school,
Yeah.
like
Was it a teacher? Was it a student? Was it just you figuring it out?
no, I had a fight with my elder brother. He's late now, and I just changed.
Oh, what kind of
I don't know.
what kind of fight?
I just changed. I've always been into
Like a verbal fight?
no, like a
physical?
physical, like
Oh,
yeah. Like we I've always been into like music with my dad.
mhm.
Yeah. But it seemed that part of me was just shelved up because I was smart in school, I moved up very fast.
Mhm.
So my social life was pretty much dead.
Okay.
Because everyone who was with me in the same class was at least 3 years older than me.
Wow, this parallels my journey a bit because I said to you I was not the best high school student, so I skipped a grade. I skipped grade 5. So I often said to my parents and other people, I'm like, if I hadn't skipped that grade,
Maybe.
maybe I would have turned out better. But I became like, I missed that rebellious state. I mean, by the time I figured out that social part, I'm like, okay, let's go, let's be a rebel. But maybe, yeah, that's funny. So the IQ aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As for me, I had a lot of brothers, so I could see how the rebellion turned.
Yeah.
I was always like watchful of my environment. I could see the class before me. I saw how they got disciplined often. And I don't want to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
So I would study hard, skip that part.
Yeah.
I watch and see what's going on with the people in front of me. I see their mistakes.
Okay, so
myself.
what that's called is, and this is a great life skill, and it's in the book, it's EQ too.
Oh.
It's being street smart. It's
Mhm.
and I value EQ, reading a room, being able to go into a room and reading a room and looking at the situation. I value that almost more than IQ, and I think that is a skill that you most definitely
Mostly,
possess.
yeah,
It's a huge asset.
because
Mhm.
so all the things that happened to the people before me, I never let them happen to me. So I learn and I pick up the pace. I learn whenever my elder brother was getting disciplined, I'm learning.
You were
So,
hiding.
yeah. So if I felt like, whoa, those traits he had,
Yeah.
I have it too.
Yeah.
I just
You were
started.
developing a blueprint.
Yeah, I just started killing them.
Yeah, but you had mental notes of
Yeah.
what to do. And
And what
again,
not to do.
that's you're building your own toolkit and blueprint for success and adaptability and versatility and
Yeah.
it's yeah.
And soon I just started growing. Then I guess what made me change all of a sudden is that okay, I guess my rebellious part is this person you see right now. Is like I know who I am, but I don't want to succumb to society impression of who I should be.
Hmm.
Okay,
And who do they think you should be?
like society wants you to succumb. Society wants you to settle.
Well, that
Just-
comes down to what if you could. Like,
Cool.
it's the opposite. It's reverse engineering what society.
Society's like, okay, cut your hair, cut your hair, wear a
Conform.
long sleeve, conform, get a job. Like they want you to behave in a certain way, but most people who follow it don't even know the reason why they have to behave in that certain way.
No.
Now, I'm not telling nobody to be a rascal because I was never a rascal, but I own my process.
Yeah.
Like I do things the way internally in my heart I see it fit and it makes rational sense. And even in that rational sense, I like to be fair. Like I'm not hurting nobody, I'm not getting in anybody's way.
No.
But I want to express exactly what I feel
I-
inside.
Yeah, you're being
Outside.
what I call a positive disruptor, not a shit disturber. I'm doing something positive, and you're staying true to you,
Yeah.
and being authentic to you. And again, not following the rules of convention, because there are so many rules in life about etiquette and how you're supposed to be in this situation or that situation. And I've been telling you since day one when I saw you, I'm like, you're gonna be a star, and I want you to be a star not because of money and fame, but because you're positive, and I want millions of people to see what you're doing. Because I believe in you. So keep doing what you're doing.
I love everybody who says
Watch this guy.
positive. Because, you know, when I ask everybody says I'm positive, but I am positive though. And I guess one of my personal best traits is that when I go through a tough situation that is supposed to bend me or break me, I still try to take the positive lesson out of it.
100%. So what I'd say to that, and the negative experience I've been through in life and professional or personal sometimes, that's part of the toolkit for success is you got to fail or you got to be treated badly. And then you form, again, your own blueprint for how you want to treat others. So I really 100% just believe in what you said.
Yep.
And I always tell people, like, embrace that negative stuff that happens to you too, because that's part of life's journey and formation and growth.
Yeah.
100%.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from the first one of the bosses I had. Where 'cause I won a particular talent show, got robbed of my winnings, but I learned something from the boss. He owned a media company at that time. That when I was there, I discovered that regardless of everybody he had employed, he knew the job better than each and every one of
Inside
them.
out.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I hate him, but wow.
Yeah. I love hate.
Yeah.
It's like a mutual respect.
Yeah. You don't need to like a person
No.
to learn from a person.
No.
I hate him. Yeah. But that trait is good.
100%. Yeah. It's very insightful of you to say that.
All right. So I guess we should switch it up with something a little light. Going through the real talk part, and I'm like, okay, fine. Now this one is just it's a shock off, okay? Now you're in a boat, all right? You're in a boat.
Can it be a canoe?
It could be a canoe, all right? Canoe, a very light canoe can
Okay,
only
I
take
like-
two people.
I like canoe. Yeah.
You like canoeing, can only take two people, right?
Mhm. And one person has to die. I would take one for the team. I would.
Okay, now
Oh, what's that?
you have your wife and you have your daughter.
Yeah.
Who you picking?
I'm gonna have to say no comment to that one. I'm picking both of them always.
If you pick both, then you do the Titanic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm going down on my own, and I'm taking both of them.
Sounds good. So, what's one guilty pleasure that you have that nobody knows about? Like something that you like particularly, but no one knows about it.
Probably like escapism, like watching shows like Vanderpump Rules and Real Housewives shows,
Really?
like stuff to sort of
Real Housewives?
turn off my mind. Yeah, like reality shows. Like I mean, that's sort of dissipated recently, but over the years, like I do watch a lot of that really stupid, frivolous escapism shows, because as escapism puts you in a place that allows you to not have to focus for a while. So yeah, stupid stuff like that I watch. But I'm starting to wean that out of my life too.
Oh, really? So now, first,
What about you? What's your guilty pleasure?
You just made my mind travel. And I want to say thank you to first before we call it to a close. You know what time it is? Still marvelous on deck. We got Neil Morton. He's been totally amazing. Now, trust me, man. He is my go-to guy when I need advice, when I need support, when I need to explain, myself, what I'm going through. And not everybody has it easy, but I'm lucky to have him to talk to explain some things to. And he's been very wonderful. He's supported me all the way. He's my manager. He's my mentor.
Manager.
Yeah, manager, mentor. And yo, I don't know about you. I appreciate my people, yo. So you should appreciate your people, okay?
Yeah.
Those people who are there for you. Those people who want to see you succeed. Those people who give you advice. Because trust me, sometimes you want this advice, you have to pay for it. Even what I'm telling you right now, you're supposed to pay for it.
You know what time it
You know
is?
what
Listen
time
to
it
this
is.
guy. Okay.
Right, but I thank you guys for watching. Big shout out to him. Is there any last word you would like to say before we call to a close?
Just live your best life and be authentic and be true to you, and just keep spreading the kindness, and it's going to come back to you. It's the best way to live your life.
You know what time it is. Act like it. Big shout out to Rebel still for having us. I'm actually going to go outside to do kind of like a adverts for them. Yeah, I
Wow.
want to do it. You saw the stuff with Eases, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So I want to do something like that.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, my man.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks, boss. Sorry. Yes, brother. All
No,
right.
I want to be your book. So that's
Hey,
yours.
thanks.
Enjoy.
Hey, yo, and he gave me this.
Yeah.
Signed, stamped by him.
Yeah.
What if you could? Just what if? Ask yourself that question. Holla at me.